Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be checking out the latest Driving Empire update that was released yesterday. Now I do want to apologize for being a bit late for this update video because yesterday when the update came out I wasn't at home, but finally I did manage to get a chance to record all the new content, and yeah, that's basically what we're going to be showing today. So in terms of the update log, they added one brand new car, which is the Pagani Huayra R, which is an interesting car to say the least. And other than that, they didn't really make that many other changes. I mean, I do know they also changed like the map aesthetic, so it's more of a fall kind of theme going on rather than the green grass, and you can evidently see that right now. And I personally like this a little bit more. It looks different but also kind of interesting to me. And they did also change some lighting and make some map fixes, but other than that, they didn't really do that much. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So this right here is the brand new Pagani Huayra R, and I gotta say off the bat, I really like how this looks. It's something just really unique going on. It has a really nice slick racing team design, and I really like the aesthetic just going on here. It looks really nice to me. Now in terms of the interior, I gotta say it's pretty disappointing. Like, it just looks ugly to me. I mean, it has some now in terms of sound, I actually really like how this car sounds. Like, normally I don't really care about the sound, but for this car I like actually listening to the sound. There's something nice, satisfying about it. It's very aggressive and fun to listen to. So yeah. So in terms of the customization, the Pagani Huayra R actually has something unique going on for it. So you can only really change the primary and secondary stripes on this car, and unfortunately you cannot change the body color, and that is basically this could be a permanent dark gray color. Now, in a sense, I really wish you could change the body color because I can imagine this car looking really cool and a lot more other choices. But I guess at the same time, it's not really too much of a bad thing. You won't really see that many racers out here driving Pagani Huayra Rs because it's basically forced to be in this, I guess, dark gray shade. So, I mean, in terms of other customization, like, the only thing that you can really change is the stripe. Everything else is just the basic customization you get almost every other car with the rims, the calipers, and the pro. Now, for police mode, it seems that you can't really apply that on this car. I mean, I don't really know if you can, but when I tried it, it didn't work. So, that's unfortunate. But my favorite thing about this car, customization-wise, is the fact that you can actually add a wrap as a secondary or primary. It's interesting to say the least. And I guess I didn't think they would actually add that in, but I guess it's cool. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the brand new race improvement and the performance of the Huayra R in the circuit race. So I'm first going to talk about the brand new race changes. So Driving Empire, for whatever reason, decided to change up the races, and they added a bunch of new props and aesthetics to each race. So I'm not really going to be covering the other races. You can probably go check that out yourself, but I'm just going to be doing the circuit race here. Now, for most of the races, they added a lot of arrows. I mean, I don't know why they had to do that. I guess it was supposed to be there for aesthetic appeal, or it could also be there to guide actual idiots who don't know how to drive. I mean, like, it's quite obvious where the track is. I don't know why there need to be arrows directing you, but I'm not going to really complain because it doesn't really change the actual race. Now, one thing that I don't like are the new props that are put in place, because when you're trying to race, now you're going to have to worry about hitting one of these things when you're trying to hot lap, and that's just going to be really inconvenient. I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of the new changes. I know some people might be, but I don't really like it. Now, in terms of the Huayra R, I'm just going to say this was also really underwhelming. Like, when I heard about this car, I was expecting this to be one of the new dominant cars in the circuit race. But when we finally got to take this car out for a spin, I actually learned that the handling is actually by no means top tier and just alright. Now the braking is something that people really hate. Now I'm pretty fine with it because it's brake sliding braking, and that's pretty useful for, I guess, compromising the per-ish handling. But other than that, it's just nothing really special. Now the acceleration and straight line speed too, which is not that great. You just about average, so you're not really gonna get too great of a time in the Huayra R. Now that lap that I just did was not like the actual hot lap, it was just me just doing the lap just to show the circuit changes and the performance, but overall I just gotta say it was pretty disappointing. So along with the new update, they added a lot of new map optimizations, and this is an example of one of them. So personally, I do actually like these changes. That adds a little bit of spice and a little bit of fun to the map, but you know, it's interesting. But there are other changes, and you can probably check it out your own time. The Driving Empire dealership also got a new, I guess, remodel, and I like this a little bit more because they changed up the cars. I really like the McLaren P1 being there, and I guess they also added an image. I'm not sure if that was there before, but I mean, it looks pretty nice, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so now it is time for the final overview, and to give you guys a honest opinion, I'm actually quite disappointed in this update. Like, this is probably the most disappointing update to me so far in quite a long time, and the reason to that is, first of all, the wait for this update was quite long. It was like several months. I think it was July. I don't exactly remember the last time they updated, but it was quite a long time ago, and when they finally updated again, they barely added anything new. They only added one new car, and they only added a few different changes, like nothing substantial that actually makes the wait worthwhile. Now, in terms of the new content that's added, the new Pagani, now I'm going to talk about that. So, the new Pagani isn't terrible in a sense. I really like the design, I really like the sound, but that's really all that's going for it. Like, in terms of performance, you would have expected it to be like top class or something, but the Pagani just, it's slow. It's a lot more slower than you would have expected. It doesn't really do anything that special other than the sound. So now it's actually a collector's car rather than a performance vehicle that I wanted it to be and that many others wanted it to be. Now, in terms of the new race changes, that's just honestly quite inconvenient in my opinion. Like, those new obstructions are just going to get in the way when you're trying to race, and that's just not going to be that great. Now, I mean, you could also have your review. You might like this update, but personally, I don't like it, and the vast majority of people I talked to didn't like it either. So, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna buy the Pagani Huayra, I'm just gonna recommend that you don't do it. Or the Huayra R. I mean, it's not a terrible car, but personally, I didn't really find it to be too impressive. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, as that really helps out my channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.